Homer drove the car up a 90-degree uphill slope, but the cake in the car was about to fall over. Homer then drove the car down a 90-degree downhill slope. The cake returned to normal, but the car was about to go off a cliff.
Dad, our lives!
Homer turned the car around and drove along the edge of the cliff. At that moment, a goat pushed down some rocks, causing one side of the car to hang in the air. Several cyclists suddenly appeared ahead. Homer used his ultimate move to let them pass.
Morning! Guten Tag!
Homer safely drove the car back home, but after they got out, they realized something was missing. Maggie was left in the car. She had accidentally locked the car. To make matters worse, the car keys were also inside.
What's wrong?
First the good news. 2 of your kids are not locked in the car.
Maggie!
Unexpectedly, Maggie crawled into the cake and started eating it. To rescue Maggie, Marge brought out all the keys from the house. While everyone was looking for the spare car key, Maggie had already gotten out of the car by herself.
Maggie!
All these keys were ones Homer had taken from other people. Marge told him to return all the keys, but Bart wanted to use these keys for pranks.
Homer, stop him!
However, Homer couldn't even control himself. Bart casually picked up a U.S. Postal Service key. He opened a mailbox on the street.
Oh, thank God! I can get back the angry letter I wrote to my boss.
Bart originally intended to do something bad. Unexpectedly, he accidentally helped people. He then found a key for a window cleaning platform. Bart started a machine and pulled down his pants. He showed his butt to people on every floor. Bart was enjoying the fun of his prank. Unexpectedly, the lift saved a man who was about to jump from the rooftop. Because Bart saved someone, the mayor presented him with the Springfield Good Citizen Award. Homer got a key to the Duff Brewery. He brought Barney with him to the inside of the factory. The two of them found the Duff blimp.
Oh, how I'd love to drive that thing!
Seeing the blimp inviting him, Homer immediately ran toward it, but this was all written on the blimp by Barney. By then, Homer had already flown away with the blimp. The blimp's refrigerator was filled with beer, but Homer wasn't sure if drinking while flying a blimp counted as drunk driving. He decided to text Lenny to ask.
Yo, Lenny, do you know anything about driving a blimp What was that?
The police soon noticed the out-of-control blimp. They began chasing Homer.
Hello, suckers!
Marge had sorted all the keys into categories. The only one that belonged to her was a toy key. Maggie took out this toy. She wound it up with the key. The toy started walking while making farting sounds. The toy had a lot of power. Marge carried Maggie and kept chasing the toy, and eventually met up with the other storylines. The final story is about Lisa. Her story is the most bizarre. Lisa was going to return the school key to the principal, but Nelson stopped her. He reminded Lisa that this key could open all the doors in the school. This successfully sparked Lisa's curiosity. She took the key and went to the basement to look around. Lisa opened the innermost door. Inside looked like it had been abandoned for a long time. She discovered a hidden door. After Lisa went in, she found a creepy classroom. This classroom combined all functions into one, but the props here were all very strange. The rulers here had no markings. The pop-up books had no pop-up images. The teeth models had no enamel.
Everything is fake! What is going on?
Lisa left in fear. She told Principal Skinner about this, but Skinner said the school had no such strange place.
It's real! I can show you!
Skinner was reluctant, but still agreed to go with Lisa. Lisa called the school's journalism club and asked them to document this amazing discovery. But when Lisa opened the door, the strange classroom had turned into an ordinary bookshelf. Skinner thought Lisa was hallucinating and suggested she go home to rest, but his expression was a bit strange.
Oh.
Skinner forcibly took the key from Lisa's hand. Lisa felt the school must be hiding a secret. She wanted to get that key back. At that moment, Ralph was selling newspapers. The newspaper happened to have a photo of Lisa holding the key. Clever Lisa took the newspaper to a key copying shop. She wanted to copy the key in the photo.
Yeah, but it's gonna cost you.
How much?
$1.85.
Keep the change.
Yes, ma'am!
The next day after school, Lisa waited for the other students to leave and then returned to the school. She opened the door to the secret room, but behind the door was still an ordinary bookshelf.
I bet it's shoddy.
Lisa walked in with the light from her phone. She found writing on the blackboard.
The children are on bus 23.
This was written by a man in black. Lisa told Bart about this. Bart thought of someone who might know this secret. That person was Nelson, who had been held back for many years.
You know anything about bus 23?
Nelson had a strong reaction after hearing this, but he still told them what he knew. It was a cold winter. School bus number 23 was full of children. Skinner thought the bus couldn't cross the ice bridge, but the superintendent insisted he dispatch it. As a result, that bus never came back. Lisa believed the truth lay in the lake beneath the ice bridge. At that moment, Homer happened to be passing by the school in the blimp, so they took the blimp to the lake where the ice bridge was located. Homer didn't know how to land, causing the blimp to plummet straight down. Lisa pressed the stop button just in time, but she was also ejected as a result. When Lisa landed, she saw school bus number 23. Homer tried to rescue Lisa but got stuck. He asked Bart to help him.
You're a real jerk!
Homer sank to the bottom of the lake and flipped the school bus over. All the children in the school bus floated to the surface. Fortunately, these children were just mannequins, but the mannequins filled up the entire water surface. Lisa and Homer were trapped underwater. At that moment, Marge's farting toy arrived. It used its last bit of energy to push down the dead tree. Lisa was curious why the school bus was full of mannequins. The school bus driver suddenly appeared. He was the one who wrote on the blackboard that day. They needed to find the principal to learn the truth. Everyone came to that strange classroom. Skinner revealed the truth from back then. After receiving the government subsidy for the school, Skinner had cashed it and put it in his pants pocket. But his pants were washed by his mother. All the subsidy money was gone. To avoid trouble from the government, they built this temporary classroom together. Then they placed mannequins and took a few photos. But an accident happened on the way to return the mannequins. The bus driver also just learned the truth now. After knowing he hadn't killed any children, he was completely relieved. Afterward, he drove another busload of children to the ice bridge. The car skidded, but he wasn't afraid anymore.
Not to worry, they're just mannequins.
No, we're not!
90-year-old Bart looked at the photo in his hand. He recalled the wonderful week he had spent on the luxury cruise ship. The cruise ship was as beautiful as heaven. Bart first played the racing game, then he reached the reptile exhibition hall through the rock climbing game. With the help of a magician, he went to the basement to set off fireworks. Next, Bart was blown upstairs from the flight training room. He slid all the way down the stair railing to the cowboy game. Bart was very satisfied with life on the luxury cruise. His sister Lisa also loved it here. Lisa made many friends. Two sons of diplomats both wanted to date her. At dinner time, the family met at the dining table. Bart's parents also enjoyed life on the cruise ship, but soon, this happiness would be shattered. The host told everyone to enjoy the 7-day happy journey. Everyone was very happy, but Bart suddenly panicked. He rushed out of the banquet hall. Bart realized that the cruise trip would come to an end someday.
No matter how much fun I cram into this cruise, it only lasts a week.
Bart thought about his life before the cruise trip began. He repeated the same things every day. Even when he grew up, school would just turn into work. Until one day, Bart saw an advertisement for a luxury cruise on TV. A boring life could become rich and colorful because of a luxury cruise. Bart was very excited after watching it. He immediately went to his parents to discuss going on a luxury cruise, but the family's money had already been spent by Homer on drinking. Bart decided to figure out a way himself, but the ticket price was very expensive, so he decided to sell everything in his room to save up money for the luxury cruise. But Bart still couldn't gather enough money for the luxury cruise. Marge felt sad seeing Bart's lonely figure. The next day, Bart found that his money jar was full. To fulfill Bart's wish, the family members sold their valuable belongings and gathered enough money for the luxury cruise.
It's weird to hear myself saying this, but I love you guys. This is gonna be the best vacation ever.
Yes.
The memory ended. Bart worried that after the cruise trip ended, he would return to the boring life of going to school and doing homework every day. Bart believed his life would keep going downhill from then on. He imagined what he would look like before he died.
Only good week of my life.
Bart wanted this cruise trip to never end. At night, people held a party on the cruise ship. Lisa and the diplomat's son were watching the stars. Homer and Marge were enjoying a romantic date. Suddenly, an alarm sounded. An emergency military notice appeared on the screen. The deadly Pandora virus was spreading rapidly on land. This virus was highly contagious with a high mortality rate. The passengers on the cruise ship were the only humans who had not been infected. To preserve human civilization, the passengers had to stay on the ship. After the emergency notice ended, the passengers instantly panicked. Bart was happy to see this. The emergency notice he had just played was a clip from a movie. Now, he was going to destroy the communication equipment that connected them to the outside world. The cruise host gathered people for a meeting. They were now unable to contact the outside world. To avoid infection, all passengers had to stay on the ship.
We're stuck here!
Woo! Vacation forever!
12 days later, the luxury cruise had become very rundown. The ship was piled with human garbage. The recreational facilities on the ship had also become dilapidated. The captain could only numbly steer the ship at sea. The host encouraged everyone through the broadcast to create a new human civilization in virus-free Antarctica. Living resources were now becoming scarce. The passengers could only eat seagulls, barnacles, and jellyfish to fill their stomachs. The stand-up comedian was even worse off. He had already told his jokes many times. No audience was there to cheer him on. The luxurious spa center had also been turned into a cult by the lifeguard.
Mankind was warned not to run near the pool. Mankind did not listen. The virus is his reward.
The children could no longer find fun on the cruise ship. Money was useless in their current life, but Bart was still immersed in happiness. He encouraged his parents to enjoy the wonderful life on the cruise, but the cruise was no longer wonderful. The waiters no longer served the passengers.
Drop dead, fat ass.
Bart believed that as long as everyone stayed on the cruise, they would always be happy. But Lisa thought the passengers on the ship were the only surviving humans. Now all the children were working hard to document human civilization. They would also rehearse plays to entertain future survivors.
Can't anybody enjoy their forever vacation?
Bart still wanted to make his family laugh with funny drawings, but Marge said they had to watch the video now. Lisa turned on the TV, which was playing the fake footage Bart had made.
Bart, how could you? Gotta go.
Bart tried to escape but was blocked by Homer. Homer had just returned from the gladiator arena. He had won the last hot dog, but it was taken away by someone.
There is no virus. Bart faked the whole thing with a DVD.
Marge took Bart to the cruise director.
Speak, passenger, son of passenger.
It was all a hoax. There's no virus.
Bart explained that the emergency notice was a movie. The passengers surrounded the entire Simpson family. Lisa's two boyfriends also broke up with her. Bart thought he had just extended everyone's vacation, but this made people even angrier. No matter how much Marge pleaded, the Simpson family was still thrown onto an Antarctic ice island. Homer still wanted back the beer and perfume he had bought.
My booze and cologne!
The family could only walk on the ice island. Bart kept apologizing to his family.
Ow! That one really hurt. Sorry, sweetie. I just needed to get that out of my system.
Lisa thought this was Bart's most selfish prank ever.
I wasn't being selfish. I did it for you guys too. Lisa, you made friends with kids just like you. Mom and Dad, you were more happy and in love than I ever saw you.
But Homer still wanted to strangle Bart with his frozen hands. At that moment, Lisa saw a group of penguins. There were penguins of different ages here. They could watch how penguins lived their entire lives here. Bart thought it was completely meaningless for penguins to work hard to raise a baby penguin, only to watch the grown penguin cause trouble.
The penguin's life isn't all bad. Those ones are having a blast.
Bart thought this slope was like life on the cruise ship.
A short, awesome thing that shows you how boring the rest of your life is. Well, sure, life is full of pain and drudgery, but the trick is to enjoy the few perfect experiences we're given in the moment.
Homer agreed. He told Bart to learn to enjoy happiness in the present moment. The family members also slid down the slope together with Bart.
What a great ride.